Oh, yeah. Who done said it?
Who said the quote?
Who said the quote?
Millie's best dice.
Who done said it?
Who said the quote? Who said the quote?
I don't know. Who done said it?
Who said the quote? Who said the quote?
I don't know.
I'm terrified of this because Kyle was already. We were talking off air last night, and he said that he was looking forward to it greatly. And I said something that gave him a terrible idea right after I got the new vehicle.
Whenever I say I have a good idea, it's usually not a good thing.
He said who done said it, and I remember going to sleep. Like I was up for like 27 hours dealing with getting this car, and as I was drifting to sleep, I thought, what crazy thing does Kyle have?
All right, I got my Lima Rita. I see AJ's got a Millie's best over there.
What? What are you talking about? I don't drink. I'm on house arrest. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh really? Oh, that
Really?
must have been grape drink then.
No, it's that orange drink.
It's good stuff. All right, so are you guys?
What are we looking at?
All right, you ready? The first candidate for Who Done Said It today. Roger Moore. Roger Moore, who played James Bond.
My favorite Bond. That's my favorite Bond.
Yes, absolutely.
Great Bond. He's my favorite as well, especially when he was younger. So Roger Moore, everybody's familiar with who he is. Okay, next one. Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
Hell yes!
All right, I think we're all familiar with Mr. Rogers. Fred McFeely Rogers, I believe.
He was my other favorite Bond.
That's good stuff. All right, can anybody guess who the last person is going to be?
Elliot Rodger.
Bob Ross.
It's Elliot Rodgers. All right.
Point for delay.
Oh shit.
Oh, that D-Lake, can you keep score for me?
I got it right here, buddy.
You got it. I forgot to get my paper.
Roger Moore, Mr. Rogers, or Elliot Rodger?
Indeed. All right, are you ready for the first quote?
Roger, Roger.
People having a high opinion of me is what I've always wanted in life. It has always been of the utmost importance. Why don't you go first, Sam?
Who's Elliot Rodger?
Elliot Rodger is that kid.
The Santa Barbara shooter whose video we watched last week and got 3,000 views.
No, I know what you mean. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, gotcha. Lovely.
Just rolling in the hate.
Again.
Where you were
Here first. What do you think?
I'm actually going to try this time.
You want the quote again, or?
Yeah, give me the quote again.
Yeah,
I
Don,
was
you can't
thinking
just keep
celebrities. I completely, luckily forgot the little prick's name. Okay.
Don can't keep saying David Icke this week.
People having a high opinion of me is what I've always wanted in life. It has always been of the utmost importance. Sam, what do you think?
Oh, I'll go with Elliot.
Going Elliot. How about you, AJ?
Yeah, that's Elliot.
That sounds like.
The trouble is, it all depends on how it's said. It could be said in a way that isn't crappy. You don't know how it was said. That's what's fun about the game.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I'm thinking that this dude wanted to be glorified, so anyway, Elliot.
Elliot, all right. D-Lake, what are you thinking?
Roger Moore.
You think that's Roger?
Very tough to pull off James Bond. I think it was said in that context. Roger Moore.
Ooh.
There's you'll see. All right, so you're going Roger Moore, and Don, what are you thinking?
I'm going with Elliot too.
You're going with Elliot. All right. It was Elliot Rodger.
I thought that it said it when I watched that later that day.
All right.
We'll say the ninja sharpshooter car driver guy.
Roger Moore.
Yeah.
That's wait. That could be any of them.
Who
Okay.
drove a BMW better?
Hey,
I
I got a quick question, if that's all right.
motherfucker. Yeah.
How does the point system work again? Like, okay,
I
I
just
score
got
a
1
point.
point, AJ.
You get
Okay, I have 6 points because of the 5 points from my last game. But
No.
anyway.
you get 1 point for a correct answer. If you all guess wrong, I get 2 points, and if you all guess right, I lose a point.
Okay, all right. I was wondering if I lost a point.
Which actually makes it harder with this many people, but you guys all just said Elliot Rodger. If I would have said that, Kyle would have actually. Well, he has to have points to lose them, but Kyle, go ahead.
All right. I've learned a lot through life, or I've learned that through life, you just get on with it. You're going to meet a lot of dishonest people along the line, and you say good luck to them. I hope they live in comfort. Then I start sticking more pins in their effigies. Let me try that one again. I've learned that through my life, you just get on with it. You're going to meet a lot of dishonest people along the line, and you say good luck to them. I hope they live in comfort. Then I start sticking more pins in their effigies. What do you think, D-Lake?
Oh man, Mr. Rodger jumped out at me as the first person because he seems the least likely to say something like sticking pins in their effigies, which is pretty much like saying you have a voodoo doll of somebody.
You're not going to say Mr. Rodger.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
much.
I'm gonna say Mr. Rodger. Sam, what do you think?
Only D-Lake. I don't know, maybe it was a Mr. Rogers character, but I'm not going to go with it. I'm going to say Roger Moore.
You're going Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Don, what are you thinking?
I think it's that Elliot guy.
You think it's Elliot Rodger?
Yeah. He's a psycho.
All right. AJ, what do you think?
Okay, the quote. So, like, you don't feel bad about other people, but I mean, if they do feel bad against you, you do strike them in a covert way. I'm thinking James Bond.
You're thinking Roger Moore?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It was Roger Moore.
Okay, who said that? AJ and
AJ and Sam, correct?
okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the next quote:
Yeah, suck it.
"There is no normal life that is free of pain. It's the very wrestling with our problems that can be impetuous for our growth."
I'll take it.
Go.
Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, it's Mr. Rogers.
That sounds like Mr. Rogers to you?
I'm doubling down. on AJ.
It sounds like Elliot Rodger, but I'm taking I'm taking Mr. Rogers.
Me too.
I'm seeing Mr. Rogers right now.
You're going Mr. Rogers too?
Rogers too.
Yeah.
You're all going Mr. Rogers?
Oh, big power play. Here we go. What is it?
Esteemed.
It was Mr. Rogers.
-2 in the hole.
Kyle can only lose points if he has points. As of right now, it's Sam 3, AJ 3, Don 2, D-Lake 1, Kyle 0.
I'm at 0. All right, next quote. I'll get you this time.
Good.
"I speak relatively little, except when I'm at home and asking for things."
Elliot Rodger.
That sounds like Elliot Rodger to you?
Yeah.
Sam, what are you thinking? "I speak relatively little, except when I'm at home and asking for things."
Roger Moore. He's chilling, asking his butler to go get his stuff. He's an Englishman. He's older. Yeah.
Asking for PP7s. AJ?
Man, I'm conflicted. It sounds a lot like Roger Moore, but I'm gonna take Elliot Rodger.
D-Lake.
I'm going with Sam there and saying Roger Moore.
All right, so it's
2
Elliot.
for Elliot and 2 for Roger Moore.
Okay. Roger Moore.
Boom, Sam.
Better than I could. All right, let's just move on to the next one here. There's no should or should not when it comes to having feelings. They're a part of who we are, and their origins are beyond our control.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of lofty, and it sounds like some prepared scripts nonsense kind of talk that Elliot Rodger would say. D-Like says Elliot Rodger.
Oh,
Sam?
Mr. Rogers.
Going Mr. Rogers too? AJ.
What was the quote again? I'm sorry.
There's no should or should not when it comes to having feelings. They're part of who we are, and their origins are beyond our control.
Man,
Man, I don't know if I want
that's
to
a tough one. That is a tough one. Mr. Rogers.
You're going Mr. Rogers?
Yeah.
So 3 Mr. Rogers, 1 Elliot Rodger.
Yeah.
Your final answer?
Elliot Rodger.
Okay.
Final answer.
Final answer.
That was Mr. Rogers again. You're doing amazingly better than I expected from these. All right. The next quote is, I love BMW. I'm just kidding. That's not it.
Oh.
Roger Moore. No.
I am a mixture of idealist and realist.
No way, that's the quote? Say it again. Jesus.
I am a mixture of idealist and realist.
James Bond.
Sounds like Roger Moore.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, AJ?
Yeah, Roger Moore.
You're going Roger Moore too?
Yeah.
Elliot Rodgers.
Elliot Rodgers?
Mr. Rogers.
You're going Mr. Rogers?
Yeah.
It was Roger Moore going to Don and AJ.
Oh.
We're going to stop having guests on this if the people who run the show keep losing.
Yeah. F you guys. Now I'm sorry I invited you. No, I'm just kidding. It's 5 AJ, 5 Sam, who's doing really well today.
Oh, hold on. If I could just real quick.
Don with 4, coming back from his last appearance. D-Lake with 2 and Kyle with 0. AJ, what were you gonna say?
It's yeah, you might learn to, I don't know. If you
Not invite you anymore?
Yeah. Don't invite me anymore because then you've already.
Because you'll win.
Yeah, you've learned something. So you did win. You've won something in learning not to bring us back.
You're killing me, dude.
All I ever wanted was to love women and in turn be loved by them back.
Elliot Rodger.
Yeah, Elliot.
Oh, this is way too simple, man.
So, is it though?
Is it Elliot Rodger?
You're going Elliot Rodger?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna.
Roger Moore, James Bond, you idiots.
You guys are going,
I could see Roger Moore there. It flashed my mind.
Okay, well, what is it?
It flashed the trick question.
It was Elliot Rodger.
Oh!
I was hoping that you would fall into my trap of thinking it sounded too much like him. All right.
Damn you.
Next quote. I got quite a few left. We got a long game today. I never liked guns. I hate them. I always blink before they go off.
Elliot Rodgers.
You're going Elliot Rodger, Sam?
Yep.
Okay, AJ, what do you think?
Roger Moore.
Roger Moore?
Yeah.
We should have clarified before this game whether those rumors about Mr. Rodger being in the military are true. All right, Dom?
I'm going with Mr. 007.
007, Roger Moore?
They are true, I think.
D-Lake?
You guys serious? I think Kyle just gave us the answer. It's Mr. Rogers.
You're going Mr. Rogers?
Yeah.
It was Roger Moore. I was trying to throw you off again, being clever.
I'm not listening to Sam for shit. Who said that?
I did. AJ's got 7 points. Sam's got 6.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you
Next
keeping
quote.
this in your head, or are you writing this down,
It was
AJ?
Roger
Yeah,
Moore.
I
Yeah,
could
Roger
keep it
Moore.
in my. I could keep it in my head, but
Kyle.
I'm just.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
the Roger Moore quote. James
He
Bond.
blinks before they go off.
Yeah.
I thought that's what. Oh, never mind.
All right, and to anybody watching, play at home.
I've traveled all over the world. I have so much to talk about. I'm civilized.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers?
Yeah, I'll go with Mr. Rogers.
What's everybody else thinking? Sam, what do you got?
Elliot.
That sounds like Elliot Rodger.
I'm gonna go with the Elster.
I'm gonna double with Elliot.
You're going Elliot on that one?
Yeah.
AJ?
I've been around the world and I'm civilized.
I've been around the world. I have so much to talk about. Oh, I'm civilized.
I'm a supreme gentleman, and I drive my black BMW and kill people.
I'm Roger Moore. No, it's Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, you're saying?
Yeah.
As in, like, Mr. Rogers, Fred McFeely Rogers.
As in, yeah, it's all good. It's all good in the hood, you know.
The beautiful day for a neighbor.
Yeah. Change your shoes and put your sweater on. Yeah.
That was Elliot Rodger.
Oh.
Who got that one? Sam did?
Yeah, because I like I said, when the show went off, I hadn't heard the story yet, and then I read his whole little dumb thing.
Yeah, after we got all the hate mail.
Oh God forbid. You don't know it's real.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get more hate mail right now. All right.
I got something real quick. If you guys get hate mail, you're just doing your job really good.
I heard that. I heard that.
We got 4 more quotes. What's the score, D-Lake?
AJ with 7, Sam with 7, Don with 5, Kyle with 0, D-Lake with 3.
All right, so the game is not between me and you, that's for sure. All right. You know, you don't have to look... Let me try that again. You know, you don't have to look like everybody else to be acceptable and feel acceptable. What do you think, D-Lake?
Elliot Rodgers.
Elliot
No. Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Dom.
I'm going Mr. Rogers too.
Going Mr. Rogers. Sam.
Senior Rogers.
That could mean any of them.
Mr. Rogers.
AJ.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was the quote again?
You know, you don't have to look like everybody else to be acceptable and to feel acceptable.
Yeah, that's Mr. Rogers.
So everybody is Mr. Rogers except D-Lake is...
No, I said Mr. Rogers.
Oh, so it's all Mr. Rogers?
Yeah.
Okay. It was Mr. Rogers. If I had points to give you, they would be yours.
Yep.
All right, so we have 3 more. Let's just run through these. I have to be an optimist and say that it might get better.
Elliot.
Sounds like Elliot Rodgers to Sam. AJ.
I'm going to Elliot Rogers too.
You're going Elliot?
Yeah.
AJ, what do you think?
Man, you couldn't be any more vague.
He lives for this.
Right. I'm gonna get a point. I'm gonna get a point. Man, let's go D-Lake before I make a decision. I don't know, man.
I
had something in mind, but I was looking something up. Read it one more time.
I have to be an optimist and say that it might get better.
Yeah, I'm going to say Roger Moore in the context of talking about the Bond movies.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. AJ.
So it's Elliot Rodger.
Elliot Rodger, Roger Moore, or Mr. Rogers. Which Mr. Rogers could be talking about special effects. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is I'm just trying to keep you from getting a point here. We'll say the third one that's not been chosen yet. That's Mr. Rogers. Has Mr. Rogers been chosen yet? I don't think so.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers.
All right. That was Roger Moore. So who got a point there? D-Lake? D-Lake got the point.
Was I the only one that said Roger Moore?
What have I done?
Yeah, you were.
D-Lake's got 5.
Oh, no.
This is getting confusing. Next time I have to remember a pen and paper. All right.
AJ 8, Sam
Use
8,
your notepad.
Don 6, Kyle 0, D-Lake 5.
All right. And we have 2 more quotes. All right. How sad it is that we give up on people who are just like us. Ooh. What are you guys thinking? Sam.
Tough one.
That's so tough.
That's a hard one.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers? AJ?
Yeah, I'm doubling up with Mr. Rodgers.
Don?
I'm gonna go with Elliot.
You're going Elliot and D-Lake.
So tough because I'm thinking Elliot, but I'm convinced it's Mr. Rogers. Can you read it just one more time, Kyle, please?
How sad it is that we give up on people who are just like us.
Clint Eastwood. I heard him.
Mr. Rogers.
It was Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more quote here, really quickly, and then D-Lake will read the scores. That guy was creepy as fuck.
No way.
That's actually every girl that Elliot Rodger ever approached.
Inappropriate sound effect time.
All right, so who won? What are our places here?
Oh wait, that wasn't the last. Okay, I got it.
That was
AJ and Sam come in at a tie with both with 9. Good performance today, gentlemen. Don and I tied in second place, I guess you would say, with 6. And our host, Kyle, who thought he had the best game ever that he was going to win, came in with a big fat goose egg. 0! Nothing! Nil! Nada!
Who won again? Who won? Did I
AJ
win?
and Sam tied with 9.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I thought I lost. I thought, guys, wow, we tied. Yes.
we lost.
We tied, yeah.
Yeah,
Tiebreaker. Who said, I will kill all those blonde sluts?
Now, Kyle, I have to know, was it because I bought a black van that made you think of Elliot Rodgers? Or what in the world was it?
You creepy bastard.
I was thinking of, like, I don't know why, but I was like, there's a lot of people.
Who done said it?
Who said the quote?
Who said the quote? Whoa. Who done said it?
Who said the quote? Who said the quote?
I don't know. Who done said it?
Who said the quote? Who said the quote?
I don't know. Whoa.